All right, hello guys, welcome to my channel, The Jessica Renee. I am, of course, The Jessica Renee. I am your boutique and biz coach and strategist. And so today I wanted to launch my YouTube video, and I thought, like, what better topic to talk about than how to start an online boutique, right? Because I know that is like a question that I get a lot as a coach is, how do I start? How do I start? So one thing I do want to put out there is that the information I give, it's not specific just to a clothing boutique. You can be a candle boutique. You can be a boutique salon. You can be a boutique coaching service. For me, what boutique is, there's two definitions of what a boutique is, and I like to resonate with the second definition, which is a small business that provides specialized products or services at a great value, right? So they're valued by items. Okay, so I just wanted to drop that in there before I get started with the video. I retired from an 18-year career as a hairstylist in 2021, and my boutique was the thing that retired me. So if there's one thing that I know is I know how to start a business. I know how to make it profitable. I know how to make it grow. I've had 3 businesses that have all made, well, I can't say my boutique has consistently made 6 figures because I made 6 figures in 8 months last year, which was my first year starting. But my salon has definitely made 6 figures, and I consistently made 6 figures as a hairstylist. So I kind of put in the same practices and concepts into it when I opened a boutique. And I just wanted to share 10 ways how you can open your online business, your online boutique, your online whatever you're trying to do. And so if it's a brick and mortar, or if you're opening something that doesn't require you to be online, just kind of fill in the blanks with what it is that you need. All right, so let's get started. 10 ways. Number 1. First of all, we got to start with clarity and vision, right? So I'm so big about clarity and vision, because if you don't understand what you're doing, or if you can't see the vision behind it or the process behind it, that's your foundation, and your business is going to fail because there's nothing that you have created to solidify it. You don't know where you're going. You don't know how to operate it or anything like that. So when I'm talking about clarity and vision, like when you first decided that said, I wanted to start my business, or I wanted to start my online boutique, what did you see in your mind? How did you see it operating and flowing? Did you see it scaling to 6 and 7 figures? What are the color schemes that you saw? How did it make you feel? I go very in depth about all of those things because it's very important. My thing is, we want to build stable businesses, not a business that is just here for today, gone for tomorrow. So I'm always like 5 to 10 years in advance of where I want to take my business or how I want it to grow. All right. So you got to be clear on what that is. The second thing is I created a plan. Now that you're able to see clearly on what it is that you want to do, or what you want to create, or what you want to start, now you have to sit down and plan this thing out. So if I want this level of boutique, what does that look like for me? What are the steps that I'm going to have to go through in order to obtain this? What are the goals that I'm going to have to set? What are my profit goals that I want from this business? Like, you literally have to plan it out. The same way that we plan out our vacations, the same way that we plan out when we want to make a big purchase, you have to plan out this business the same way. Those of you who are married, or you are getting married, the same way that you are very meticulous in the planning of your wedding, you have to put that same energy into your business. You have to plan. Number 3, put a name on it. Okay. So the reason why that's number 3 for me is because, it's 11:11, y'all. I had to add that in there. Yay. Number 3 for me is because I feel like the name should embody what your business is, because you're going to have to develop a brand around this business. I am the brand. You must know that, right? So you're going to have to develop your brand around the business, and you can't just pick a name just to pick a name or because you like it. So if you had clarity and you understand the vision of your business, now you've written down a plan. Now, when it's time for you to choose a name, you're very intentional about the name that you choose. You're making sure that the name embodies who you are and who your online business or your online boutique will be. So that is a very important step. A few things that I want to add in about putting a name on it. Write down a whole list of names that you were thinking about first. And see, I'm giving y'all some tips right here because these are things that I give to folks in my accelerator program, which, shameless plug, will launch, getting ready to start at the end of March, and applications will open up for that at the first of next week. So, if you're ready to scale to 6 figures, I'm that girl. Come see me. All right. But you need to write down a list of all these names because why? There are so many businesses out here, and you don't want to get stuck on a name and build this whole business around a name only to find out that somebody else has your name. Okay. So if you have written down a list of choices of names, now you have things that you can go through and you can cross out. Write them down in order for what you absolutely want it to be to the least amount. Give yourself some choices. The next thing that you need to do is you need to go and you need to research. You need to research online using Google or whatever search engine platform that you like to use. You need to search Facebook. You need to search Instagram, and you need to search the USPTO as well to see if somebody has had a registered trademark on that name. You also need to search in your state, the state that you live in. Does another business in my area have that name? Those are things that you want to definitely do. The other thing is, even though somebody may not have trademarked it, you want to see how many people are using that name or a variation of that name. Because if we're looking 5 to 10 years down the road, the one thing that we don't want to happen is that we've built this successful brand, we've built this successful business, and it gets confused and lost in the sauce because there's so many different other businesses that have this same name. And so if somebody goes to search for it, it's hard for you to find it. It's hard for you to search for it. So keep that in mind when you are naming your business and when you are looking for a name. Number 4, the legal stuff. Okay. So you need to solidify your name before you even start this legal stuff, because if you have to do a name change, oh my gosh, it is a lot of work. There are fees that you have to pay to change that name. So it is just better off for you to figure out what it is that you're going to name it first. Do your research in the beginning and go for what you know. Okay. So the legal stuff, now we're at the point where we have to decide if we want to be, what our incorporation is going to be. If we're going to be an LLC, if we're going to be an S Corp, if we're going to be a C Corp. Now, everybody's just going to start off as an LLC, because as a C Corp, when you go into the S Corp, you're going into like your business now is making some money. You're a bigger corporation. There are things like with that, you have to pay yourself. You have to put yourself on salary and give yourself a W-2. You have to be a W-2 employee of your own business, because as an S Corp, it's almost like the business literally stands by itself. And whatever the profits and the losses are from that is going to be sent to you as a K-1 schedule. And then you have to file that on your taxes. When you go into the C Corp, that is like a major corporation. Like you are making millions in your business. And now the business stands on its own. So the difference between the S Corp and the C Corp is that with the C Corp is going to pay higher taxes because the business is going to be taxed as a business. It cannot pass the income or the losses over to personal like a S Corp. But you also get a lot more deductions and things that you can take. So we're not even worried about C Corp right now. Just wanted to give you some background information on that because we're just starting. We're not there yet. The S Corp, you get taxed at a personal level versus at a business level. So it helps you to save some taxes as a company. Of course, you still get a lot of tax write-offs, but you don't get to write off as much or some of the things that someone who is a C Corp would write off, right? And then that brings us back down to LLC, which we are all going to become, and we are all going to start off with as an LLC. Why do you need the LLC? You need the LLC because the LLC separates you personally from your business. It now says that you in this business is not the same thing. It's not the same entity. Without that, you will just be considered a sole proprietor, right? And as a sole proprietor, if something happens within your business, guess what, baby? They can come after you. They can come after you. All the things you have, all the stuff you got, that's it. We don't want to see that happen in these streets. So we want to make sure that we're doing things in decency and order. I am a firm believer in that, and God can't bless mess. I'm going to say that again. God can't bless mess. So get your stuff in order, get it in alignment, like from the beginning, so that you really can scale and grow to those numbers or to that position that you are trying to get to in your business. All right. So now we got the LLC situated. You need to do that first. Secure your LLC first. Now, reason why is the next step that you need to go is you need to obtain your EIN number. Now, once you register for your EIN number, if you are not an LLC yet, you can't register as an LLC, right? So then when you get your LLC, you have to go back, write a letter to the IRS, do all of that again, or either shut down that current business and then restart the process all over. So I'm giving you guys steps to make it easier for you so you don't have to go all around the world to get to where you want to go. So you're going to get your EIN number. You can do it online. You do not have to pay anybody I keep getting mixed up with this hair. You don't have to pay anybody to do your EIN number for you, okay? You just go to the irs.gov, and I'll probably link this right here, irs.gov, go into the search box, put EIN number. It'll take you to the site. You put all your information in there. You're going to put the name that your business is registered according to your LLC, exactly the same, y'all. It cannot be different. And once you're registered as an LLC, you have to make sure that behind your name, so I am branded, you have to make sure you put comma, LLC behind it, right? Okay, you fill out your information, you put your social security number, the address of where your business is going to be registered as an online business. Most of you will register your businesses using your home address, but if you want people to send stuff to you, or if you've had to put a physical address, there are places where you can go purchase physical addresses from, or you can go to the post office, or you can go to UPS or something like that and do that. All right, so it's going to ask you to do all that stuff. You click submit. It's going to give you your EIN number right then and there. You have to make sure that you save that document in a file, you screenshot it, you lock it, because they're not going to send you anything in the mail. And if you need another one, everything with the IRS has to be done by writing. So you don't want to have to wait for all of that because you forgot to say what your EIN number is, okay? So now that you got your incorporation, you're incorporated with the state, right? Now you have your LLC. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to go and get your business and your retail license. So a retail license, really, let's just be clear. When we selling anything, we're supposed to have a retail license. We're supposed to be paying our taxes and stuff on those retail licenses. Sometimes we don't do that, but I'm just going to tell y'all right now so you can make sure that you have your stuff in order. So you need to get your retail license. Also, your retail license gives you the advantage to be able to shop different vendors and different things at a wholesale price versus paying a regular public price, right? So you're privy to get a special discount because you have a retail license. Your business license just says that I am legally able to conduct business here in the wherever state that you are working in. You're also going to need those things so that you can get your business account. So after you get your business license, your retail license, your EIN number, and your LLC, now you are ready to go and open up a business account. Not a personal bank account that you are using for a business account, but a legit business account. Most of the benefits of having a business, like getting loans, getting lines of credit, being able to purchase a vehicle in your business name, which I just did this month. Woo, woo! Super excited about that. They require you to have all of these things in line. So get your business account. Go ahead and stabilize your business as a legit business in the beginning. I promise you it is going to pay off in the future. And the bank is going to ask for all of those different things that I just ran off. Get your legal stuff together in order to open up that business account. You want to operate solely out of your business account. Even if you pay yourself, everything goes into your business account, and then you pay what you got to pay yourself out of that business account. Not going to go into too much detail there, but we'll definitely be talking about things like that in the accelerator. Just to put a plug in there, I created the Design Your Six-Figure Blueprint. And basically what the Design Your Six-Figure Blueprint Accelerator is, it's going to be an 8-week accelerator that is going to help you to scale, design your own blueprint, not somebody else's, but what you need for your business, your own blueprint, so that you can scale to 6 figures. So that accelerator are for those who have already started in their business. I will accept some new people if you kind of already know all of this stuff. So make sure you watch this video and you get your stuff together so that you can start solidifying your plan early. But I'm gonna run you through the A's and the B's all the way to the Z's and bring you back out again. So if you go onto my page at the Jessica Renee, it's going to be linked here. Those of you who are watching me live on Instagram and Facebook right now, y'all can click on those pages and you can see where you can join the wait list so that you'll know as soon as I open up the application so you can secure your spot. All right. So y'all got that. So that was number 5, the legal stuff. All right. So number 6, figuring out and being clear on. Now, I'm putting those two. You got to figure it out. And then you got to be clear on it of what your target market is or your target audience. However you like to say it, it means the same thing. Who are you going to be speaking to? Who are you going to be selling to? This right here is a very, very vital and key component in your business. Because if you are speaking to the wrong person, if you are selling to the wrong person, you aren't going to make any money. That's just like me trying to sell a house to somebody who doesn't want a house, or me trying to convince somebody to get a short haircut who likes long hair. Like, I'm not going to waste my breath and my time and my energy trying to market and sell something to someone who has no need for what I have, not interested, doesn't want it. And a lot of businesses do that because we have this idea and this concept that we got to get as many people as we can. We got to talk to everybody. Like, everybody is a potential client. No, a potential client is the person that best fits your market avatar, right? So we're going to talk about creating how you create your market avatar in the accelerator. We also talk about how you create your market avatar in the Boutique Booze Academy, which is my monthly membership for people who are building boutique-based businesses. So it could be a retail boutique, a candle boutique, a furniture boutique, whatever type of boutique that is a small, and you have specialty services and products that are great value, because we're here to make money, okay? We're here to make money and we're here to serve people. Join that. Boutique Booze Academy is for you. And we already have a video up for that that we talked about. We really got into depth about how do you figure out your target market. So you got to understand who you're speaking to. And then just to give you a little bit, we go into depth on what do they need, right? So providing solutions. I love to tell people, as a business owner, it is your business to understand what the pain points or what things that your market needs so that you can provide a solution. Businesses provide solutions. If you aren't providing a solution for anyone, I am here to tell you that you are not going to make any money. You're not going to be profitable. And the 6-figure threshold that you are trying to reach, you're probably not going to reach it. I mean, I'm not being a Debbie Downer. I'm being a realistic Rosie. Okay. Want to shoot it to you real. I don't like to give you the fluff. Whatever. This is how it is. So you have to understand who your market is, who you are speaking to, who you have the solution for, who best fits you and your business. You have to understand that before you really go any further. You got to understand it. You got to be clear on it. All of that good stuff. Okay. So number 7. Now, this is one thing that a lot of people do not do. Educate and research. You cannot start a business and you have not educated yourself fully in that field. You cannot start a business if you have not taken the time to invest in your education and invest in your research, okay? You have to research people. You got to understand how that business flows. You want to know what were the dynamics or the important parts of that business. Like I figured out what J months meant. What are the highs and lows of the retail season. I did that by researching. And so you want to make sure that you know all of these things in your business, because it's going to help you stay on a track to become more profitable and more sustainable. The other thing is to educate yourself. Y'all, Stop saying y'all don't want to invest in your education. Stop saying you don't want to be a part of a membership. You don't want to join somebody's group. You don't want to get a coach. You don't want to join an accelerator. You don't want to get in a mastermind class. Stop saying that you don't want to do these things because you don't see the value in it. When you're saying that, what you're saying is you don't see the value in yourself and you don't see the value in your business. You're literally saying, I am not worth putting this money into me growing because I don't even think that I'm gonna even be able to make more than what I invested. That's literally what you're telling yourself. And so back in 2018, I started an online boutique. It was stank. It was stuck. It was yuck. I was not profitable. I lost money. The honest truth, I can't even tell you if I was profitable or if I lost money because I didn't even do business how it was supposed to be done. All I can tell you is that I had a lot of inventory left that just sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there and did not sell. I didn't understand my industry that I was going into. All I knew was that I had a vision. I loved fashion. I wanted to start another business because I was preparing for my exit from behind the chair. I didn't want to be a hairstylist my whole entire life. I needed to be an entrepreneur. I needed to be in a position where I had systems and structures that were working for me and making me money without me physically having to be there every day. As a hairstylist, if I didn't do anybody's hair, I didn't get paid. So I would have to physically work, style hair, book clients, all of that stuff in order to get paid. And my life was not conducive of that anymore. I wanted to be in the position where if I was at my kids' football games or gymnastics meets or anything like that, because I have 3 kids who all do competitive sports. Don't ask me how I do it. I just do it. I might need to do a little class on that. But I needed to be ready and available to be able to travel with them, to go with them, all of those things like that. And so I was able to do that by starting the second time around this boutique. Now I've scaled from an online boutique to now I'm in a brick and mortar. I have a store manager and employees, and I'm here able to create this video for you guys while my store is open. It opened at 11, so it's been open for 28 minutes, and my store manager is there working and operating in it. So now that's making me money, and I also get to come and do something that I love, which is coach individuals on how to be successful, like how to make 6-figure businesses, how to be that girl, that pal, that ooh-wee, how to pour into you, how to uplift you and make my coin at the same time. But I would not have been able to do that if I wasn't able to put my systems in place. So in order for it to be successful, I had to invest in myself. So I invested in coaching. I think I had two coaches, right? From the jump, I joined the membership program for boutique owners in business. I am still a part of that membership program, even though I'm running my own membership program now. Things are changing every day. Things are evolving every day. And so if you are not evolving and growing with your business and investing in it, it's not going to be sustainable. And so I'm getting ready to start my next coaching program in March. I'm super excited. I'm coaching with Maya Eloise. So excited about that, just so I can be better for you guys, so I can have the tools and the skills that I need to make sure that my business is A1 and is popping, because I'm here to serve on purpose and make profits. And I can't do that if I don't value myself enough to invest. So I'm telling you guys, that is super important, that you have to educate yourself and you have to do the research. And it's not just a one time, it's a continuous thing. And as you grow and as you scale, your level of education and your level of investments will grow. I'm going to tell y'all right here, I'm not, what I paid when I first started for coaching is not the same thing when I'm paying to go into this next coaching program. But I see the value and I understand if I put the work in and I get this information, that this money gonna come back to me 100-fold. That's what I'm looking for, okay? All right, so let's get into number 8, y'all, because I will go off and I will preach to the choir. Listen, okay? So number 8. Now we're talking about purchasing your products, securing your vendors. All right, so when we secure our vendors, I get asked this question all the time. Are you going to give a vendor list? Can I have a vendor list? First of all, I just want to make this really clear. I don't care if somebody gives you a vendor list or tell you where to get your product from or tell you who's the manufacturer. It doesn't mean nothing if you don't have all these other things in place. It doesn't mean anything if you don't understand who your target market is. Because if you don't understand who your target market is, then you will not know how to choose your your vendors and the pieces that you're going to put into your boutique anyway, because what you choose to sell is all going to be based off of the solutions, the wants, the needs of y'all. This thing is backwards and I can't get my hair out my face. The needs and the wants of your consumer. And that's how you're going to end up with product that is not selling, that is just sitting, and you ain't making no money. I mean, that's on a period, right? So the important thing isn't really, can I get a vendor list? The important thing is, do I understand all of these things? Now, I need to figure out which vendors fit what I need. That's what you need. A lot of people are talking about like, oh, this person's vendor list was trash and that person's vendor list was trash. It wasn't that it was trash. It just doesn't fit you and what you needed for your business. And a lot of times when you purchase these vendor lists from people, you're purchasing vendors that fit them and their business, things that they need, or they just looking for a whole bunch of vendors and just throwing some vendors out there for you to purchase. It's more to that than that. You have to be very intentional about the vendors that you choose. You have to understand your materials and the quality of your materials. You have to understand where you can go to find these vendors, what the turnaround time is, what if you have returns. All of these things go into vendors. So don't just ask for a vendor list. Ask for somebody to teach you how to find the appropriate vendors, how to vet your vendors, and how to know what you need for your collections anyway, based on who your target market and your target audience is. But at this step, which is number 8, we're ready to purchase right now. So before we even go and purchase as well, we need to understand what our budget is going to be. How much money do you have that you can spend in inventory, right? A lot of people don't need to just get out here and just spend. If you want to be profitable, you cannot spend. You spend with intention, right? You spend as much as you need, because the only way to be profitable is to retain as much as you can. So you want to retain retain more and spend less. So don't be a super spender out here. You trying to look like $1 million business before you even started making your first $20. Like, that doesn't happen like that. You grow and you evolve as your business grows and evolves. So you want to set a budget. Like, this is how much that I have to spend on inventory, and stick to it. Creating a budget for your inventory for starting your business is very, very important. Oh my gosh. Now that I'm doing this video, I really think I need to do something for starters. That might be coming, but let me focus on my 6-figure blueprint first. But that's going to come. Or maybe I'll do another YouTube video on budgets. We'll see. If y'all want to see a video on making budgets for your business, like, comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this right now, send me a DM. Don't comment below, because once I hit end, because this video is not going to be reposted, you got to go to my YouTube video channel to watch it. But once I hit end, I won't see the comments. So just message me and let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. All right, so we got that, right? So that was our number 8. That was purchasing our product and making sure that we had a budget for our inventory. Number 9. Whew. Oh, wait, guys, I so forgot something. For put your name on it. I cannot believe I forgot that. Ooh, that's so important. That was the 3rd thing. Secure your internet retail. Your internet real estate. That goes back up to number 3, which was put your name on it. So once you solidify your name, go ahead and snatch and grab your name up. Go ahead and do it on Facebook. Go ahead and do it on Instagram. Go ahead to GoDaddy, or whatever website domain hosting that you prefer. I prefer GoDaddy. But go ahead and get your domain for that. Like, do all of that stuff. Accumulate, purchase your internet, or your internet, like we like to say, your internet real estate. All right. So now, let me go back to number 9. We'll go down to fast forward to number 9. Number 9 is create your marketing strategy and launch. So, we have, all of that in place. Oh, wait a minute. I lifted up something. Oh, yes. Create your marketing strategy and launch. So within that, because I didn't want to do like your 25 steps to starting an online boutique, I wanted to keep it in 10 steps. This is where you've already secured your domain name. So now you're going to build your website, right? You want to build your website first because this is the place where you're going to be able to send people as you get geared up for your launch so you can start collecting their email addresses. You want to collect their information, y'all. This is how we get in touch with people. This is how we say, hey, I'm over here. Hi, I got to sell. What's up? Let me give you some tips. Hey, I'm building a relationship. This is how we do that through our email and our text messaging list. So if you have your domain name, you can already go ahead and go to Shopify. There are other hosting sites, but Shopify is my favorite. Shopify is what I'm versed at, so that's what I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to suggest. And for me, it's a super easy interface to use compared to all of these other things. It has the most integratable apps with Shopify. No, I'm not getting paid for this. Like, I just like it, and it's just thebombdiggity.com. So you can go ahead and sign up for your Shopify, attach your domain name to it, and it will park it for you. So if it was like mine is www.brandedwc.com. Before it launched, when people went to that, it would say we're opening soon. If you want to be the first to know when we launch or this, leave your name and your email address. So now I was able to communicate with these people during my launch. We can't just say, okay, I'm gonna open up a boutique, do all that, and just drop it, and then we think everybody's gonna come. I literally started my launch 30 days before I actually launched. And my marketing strategy for that, not to go in so much of detail, but because I knew who I was speaking to, who my target market was, I started talking to them before they even knew what was going on. I gave them like little drops. I talked about fashion. I talked about how I used to have a boutique before, things like that. So I kind of get in people. I'm big about getting into people's subliminal mind. So I go from the subliminal, and then when I'm ready, everything is secured. I got my name, everything is solidified. Then I start showing people the process, like the process of me building it. I showed people when the inventory started coming. So I basically took my customers or my future consumers on a ride on my journey. And everything I did was I referred them back, sign up if y'all want to know when we launch, because these pieces are hot. I know y'all want them. I did that. So I was able to send it to them. So I did an email. And the email for everybody who was on my list, I launched to them first. They got to have firsthand dibs before I even opened. So I was scheduled to open on the 30th of April. I launched to them that Monday prior to. So they got the first of the first of the first. And with that launch, I made $3,100 in that one day from that launch. And that was creating a marketing strategy and plan, figuring out what it is that I needed to do to make sure that these people got exactly what it is that they needed. And that's a very major component of that. All right. So number 10 is simply trust the process and open. If you did everything from 1 to 9, let's just open these businesses, y'all. Open them up, put everything into action, and launch and watch the flow come in. One thing that I did not speak about really a whole lot, and I really would put it in the section of target audience and target marketing. If you know that a business that you want to start this business, or you want to open up this business, you really got to start growing your family, right? You got to start growing your audience. If you can't talk to one person and just think you gonna have a launch, no, you got to start building relationships with people. And that's where your email marketing and things come in. Start building your audience, start building the anticipation. If there is nobody there, it is not possible to sell anything. So that's one of the key components that would be in the section where we create a plan is how do I start to grow my presence? And right now online is popping, and y'all got to get in on it. Whether you want to or not, it is popping. And so you want to get in and start growing your online presence, and then you funnel your online people to your domain, to your website. That's the thing that you own and the thing that you control, right? But you cannot do those if people don't know you're there, if you don't show up, if you are not vocal about, hey, I am here. And a lot of people say, I'm not an internet person, I'm not this. There's a lot of things that you may not be. But in order to be a successful business owner, you got to transform. It got to be transformation that happens. You got to literally have a different mindset, because it's not about you being online and you being on the internet and you trying to be a social media influencer. No, it's I have to do the things that need to be done in order to make sure that I have a successful, sustainable, and profitable business. Okay, so I just wanted to add that little tip in there. So I'm just kind of giving you guys like an overall tips on what you need to do in order to start, because it's something actionable that you literally can go ahead and put in your business like right now. Start thinking about some things, start brainstorming some things, and all of that good stuff. All right, so trust the process and open. So I'm going to go over all of these things again for you. So number 1, clarity and vision. Number 2, create the plan. Number 3, put a name on it. Number 4 was secure your internet real estate. Number 5 was the legal stuff. Number 6, your target, and the legal stuff included getting your EIN, your business and retail license and all that thing. Some people, will say trademark, but I'm 50-50 on that. Like, if you just know that your business is going to be the bomb, do it. But if it's something that you're still really not sure about, whether it's going to be something stable that you're going to keep up with, then you go and you trademark it. Like, you just wasting your money, really. But by you putting things on there and getting your business name on Facebook and all of that stuff, you're literally time stamping it and saying, I created this at this time for this reason. So when you do go to trademark, if anything comes up, you kind of have your proof that you were using that name. Just a little tip there. Number 6 is to figure out and understand your target market / audience, whatever you want to call it. Number 7 was the research and development. Number 8 was purchasing your product, finding your vendors and creating your budget. Number 9 was create your marketing strategy and launch. And number 10 was trust the process and open. Let's do it. It's time to be entrepreneurs. It's time to do it. It's time to live our best lives. And if you are called to this thing, you got to do it right, because God trusted you with it. So those are the 10 tips 10 tips on how to start your online boutique. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. Tell me I love this video. It was dope. Tell me what you liked the most about it, what your takeaways for. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to do more videos like this to educate, to teach, to empower, to uplift. If you are over here on these internet streets and you are watching me live on Facebook or you're watching me live on Instagram, y'all throw some hearts out here. Y'all get in my inbox and was like, you better bring it. I need some more of what you got, because I got a lot of free information to give, because I am a believer that everything cannot be a price on everything. And so I have to tithe, right? Tithing and offering of my services, tithing and offering of my knowledge, tithing and offering of my money, tithing and offering of my time. So I can definitely give you the who, what, when, where, why, right? But then when you're ready for the how, like, how do I do all of this? This is where you guys come into my programs, right? This is where you come into the Boutique Booz Academy. This is where you sign up for Build Your Six-Figure Blueprint Accelerator. So I'm going to give you a lot. But when it comes to let's roll our sleeves up, because we ready to make this thing happen, and I need the how-to, that's where it's time to purchase. And y'all need to understand that too for your business, right? I just gave you a little nugget. But all right, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in to the live. Thank you so much for watching me on YouTube. Please share this video to someone who you feel like needs to see this on YouTube. Please share my profile to someone who you feel like needs to see this, or if you're watching me live on Instagram and Facebook, because I'm not going to post this live. It'll be up for my YouTube channel, and click the little button so you can have your notification when it goes live and on YouTube. And then you can come back with your pen, your paper, your pencil, your iPad, your notebook, whatever it is that you're using, and take your notes and get started to build that foundation of a very successful business. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. I am the Jessica Renee, your boutique and business coach and strategist, and I equip entrepreneurs with the ability to create sustain, and maintain six-figure businesses. Until the next time, y'all. Peace.